Michael Rourke never thought silence could feel so heavy. For the first time in 30 years, the mornings were slow. He'd wake up to the soft hum of the refrigerator, the faint creak of the house settling, and the peaceful smell of whatever his wife, Anna, brewed in the kitchen. Retirement was supposed to be an earned peace, one he'd fought hard for. He wasn't Agent Rourke anymore. No deep cover assignments, no foreign deserts or cold concrete safe houses. Just Michael, husband, neighbor, the guy who fixed fences and overwatered plants. He liked it. But peace never lasts for men who've lived on the edge too long. It always comes with a shadow. The day everything broke. It was a Wednesday. Too normal. Too quiet. Michael had been working in the garage, sorting through old gear he'd promised Anna he'd throw away years ago. When he walked inside, the kettle was still warm on the stove, left mid-boil. Her phone lay on the counter, her purse untouched. The awful certainty hit him instantly. Something took her. Not someone. Something. Behind his ribs, an old instinct slammed awake. The one he'd buried. The one that didn't care about rules or consequences. Michael moved through the house like a machine switching back on, checking windows, doors, cameras, no forced entry, no panic, too clean, professionals, and professionals rarely take hostages, unless they want something. Old debts. He didn't call the police. He called an old number he wasn't supposed to still have, a contact in Langley who owed him more than a favor. The voice on the other end trembled. "Rourke, don't get involved." "Too late," Michael said. "Someone took my wife." A long pause. Then the voice whispered, "You know why." Michael's blood ran cold. "I closed that book 10 years ago." "You thought you did." Click. They wanted him. They wanted what he still knew. Names, roots, dormant programs the CIA pretended never existed. And they knew the one thing that would drag him out of the quiet life. Anna. The first lead. Michael hit the street that night with a duffel bag slung over his shoulder and a storm building behind his eyes. His trail led to a rundown duplex on Harbor Street, a place where trouble liked to sit and rot. Inside, sitting at a kitchen table with a beer and an old radio humming faint static, was a man Michael recognized instantly, an old associate of the men he'd once hunted. A lookout, a messenger, a pawn, perfect. The man looked up and froze. "Rourke, listen, I didn't—" Michael moved faster than memory could warn him. The chair slammed back, the beer toppled, and a scream cut sharp as bone cracked. The man dropped to the floor, clutching his arm, gasping. Michael knelt beside him, voice low, controlled. "Where is she?" I just passed messages, man. I didn't touch her." "Her location, now." Between the pain and the fear, the information came in frantic bursts. An address, a temporary holding location, men guarding her, and a threat. They want your secrets. Everything you buried. When the trembling man finished talking, Michael took the keys from the counter. "You'll live," he said, "but don't follow me." He walked out to the man's old sedan and drove into the night. The patrol car. 2 blocks from the address, blue lights flared behind him. Michael cursed. The last thing he needed now was cops. But when the patrol car pulled up beside him, the passenger door opened, and a familiar face leaned out. A face he hadn't seen since the bad old days. Officer Dan Ramirez. "Mike," Ramirez said, voice steady. "We know what's happening." The driver leaned forward. Officer Lena Briggs, another ghost from Michael's past. They'd all served in the same classified task group before the world turned murky. "We're not here to stop you," she said. "We're here to make sure you don't go in alone." Michael exhaled slowly. "Then let's finish this." The building. The address turned out to be a derelict brick structure on the edge of the industrial district, quiet, boarded, abandoned to anyone who didn't know better. But the men inside weren't expecting a team. The entry was fast, silent, efficient. Michael led. Ramirez and Briggs covered angles he didn't have to call out. They moved like they'd never stopped working together. The firefight was short, but brutal. Shouts, crashes, the echo of suppressed shots bouncing off concrete walls. One by one, the men fell, every room cleared, every shadow checked. At the end, the building was silent again. Too silent, and Anna wasn't there. Just a small scrap of paper on a metal table. Michael picked it up with shaking fingers. A single line written in hurried, jagged script. "We still have her, and we'll do anything we want until you give us what we want." Below it, a symbol. One Michael recognized instantly.